Now, the new book, How to Be Evil by Black Cat, or the Manual of Evil, is actually out. And a lot of people are having conversation, figuring out what says what. Being known, this book is the fifth book of the whole franchise, building the universe of villainy, or the villain universe. But something so interesting is the fact some of the pages is now telling a story, specifically the original members of Black Cat. Now, we don't know much about them, including the two ladies who next to Black Cat of the other photo, that I'm assuming they're a total of 11 members. But besides that, only two characters keep repeating over and over again, but almost telling a story. One of them is, we don't know his name, but we're calling him Mr. Scrooge because the hair, how he's a monocle, he have a staff, he looked like an Uncle Scrooge to me. And Mr. Boo only came out once in High Risk, killing off Porcini. Those two characters keep repeating in the series. There are basically major players or the best right-hand man of Black Hat. Before I continue, my name is Rachel. I like to talk about animation, not just animation, the reviews, first impressions, cartoon theories, and sometimes, if I have some spare time, cartoon breaking news. Of course, you will like how it's going, you will like to help my channel, put a like, comment, and subscribe. That's the only thing you need to do. If you don't, that's fine too, but you do, thank you. Thanks to you, I passed my main goal of 1,000 subscribers, and my new main goal is 2,000. And I feel I actually can pass it thanks to all the people who like, comment, and share. Now let's get started of explaining who these two members and their origins and maybe why they hate each other. Of course, now let's get started with the video. This manual is giving more information, more interesting information, but it's not telling you, it's showing you. It's sort of your interpretation or your theory how these two sort of join and what is part of Black Cat or what we do with Black Cat. I think the first one is basically Mr. Scrooge because Mr. Scrooge, he appears a couple of times in the manual, specifically follows like shaking hands with Mr. Boo. At least the first time he decides to join in. At least that's my interpretation. I could be wrong. This is before he became less human because the first thing in your photo, he looks more human. Then later on, you see the High Risk comic book, he looks more machine. Then I'm guessing maybe he was the first test subject of basically becoming a hat butt, or at least one version of a hat butt, but became more evil, more immortal, or extend his life becoming this machine. We just don't know. But I feel fascinating. Mr. Boo and Mr. Scrooge, maybe they have beef, especially how Mr. Scrooge could be the original first member because there is a page that Blackhead reappears, sort of this sort of demonic slash demon go through the creatures, and you have some fans in the corner worshiping, calling Blackhead their master. They love a Blackhead. In fact, they have a t-shirt that I love HP. That's how far this sort of group actually goes with them. But that's the only one. There are other images that Blackhead making deals with other deities, people, and we have two people behind him. They're basically right-hand man. At least that's why I chose to interpret, because it's always 2 to 3 people. I guess in the first 2 people was probably Mr. Scrooge and Mr. Boo. Once again, they're not their names. I'm just calling them that because just to understand who I'm actually talking to or who I'm referencing to. But besides that, these two characters keep repeating, specifically feeling telling the story of how Mr. Boo may be starting to regret to be immortal, maybe regretting becoming metal because how the foes reappears. He's close to Mr. Scrooge, maybe close enough to actually kill him off because he feels he made a mistake. At least that's how I choose to interpret the photos. But it's something else that is sort of interesting. Someone in the fandom tweeted out something fascinating. This is from Exertoner from Twitter/X, posting saying, "This give me vibes of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. In a way, Yes, you can actually see it, especially a drawing that he points out that you have Mr. Scrooge walking away, and the shadow is basically Black Cat smiling, soon becoming like a little demon behind him. But there's also a reference to Alan did a photo on his own Twitter account doing the same thing in real life. I guess this is a reference of the original photo, but this character keep repeating over and over again. And this is sort of the theory of Mr. Scrooge, of Mr. Toner, saying this is sort of feels that maybe he was sort of changing to Mr. Scrooge to be a good person, or at least pretending to have a normal life with that Black Hat needed, changes to actually Black Hat becoming fully evil. Something like Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde. That actually does make sense, especially if you remember what Alan says that the focus of Dr. Flood in Dementia N505, but during this time, behind the scenes, Black had doing something interesting. That's what he actually said he's not revealing to end of the series. So if you use that mentality of Dr. Hyde and Mr. Jekyll, maybe he turns to human just to rest for a few seconds and let this Mr. Scrooge walk like normal, do his own thing, and change it back to Mr. Hyde or the cat when he actually needed. That could be a possibility, an interesting way to explain what happened to Black Cat, because it doesn't really make sense that he doesn't do anything in his own building. That makes sense. Maybe it's the only way to rest or something like that, or maybe he just want to fall asleep or chill. He just chose a body to take over, because we don't know. It is confirmed, but the now was sort of sucked into Black Cat. He has his body, but we don't know, does he use his body or not. That's what a lot of people depict the Namal, the one who got taken by Black Cat, as human, or maybe transformed to Black Cat. Maybe, but the now is Mr. Scrooge. That could be a possibility if they chose to go that direction. But it also explains maybe this is why Mr. Boo doesn't want that. Mr. Boo wants his own body back because he's more machine than human. At least what you can tell in the photo. Maybe this is the reason why he's thinking if he take Mr. Scrooge out and he becomes the number one, the right hand of Black Cat, he can actually have a human body. This is the only way to get his body back. At least that's how I choose to read these photos, this sort of interpretation, how everything was sort of connected, how Mr. Scrooge helped Mr. Boo to join their organization. Oh, I really completely wrong. Maybe it's a reverse. Maybe Mr. Boo actually kind of convinced Uncle Scrooge to join the organization. Maybe that photo is the moment. We just don't know, because it does have a lot of questions, nothing completely answer, but you can tell each specific photo in the franchise, more images of Mr. Scrooge and Mr. Pooh, gives more understanding in the story, understanding the origins of this organization. It's just sort of kind of fascinating. But of course, what is your opinion? Do you think Mr. Boo regrets becoming in the organization, becoming the machine? And you think Black Hat is sort of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde using Uncle Scrooge as a body? Or the body is but the now in disguise? That could be a possibility. Or what is your theory or your thoughts of this new photos and theories of this new book of How to Be Evil by Black Cat? Of course, you actually can get the book, because the book is sort of hard to get, because I am struggling. In fact, everything I got is from Twitter, some video from Eddie, some videos from the VTubers, here and there. It's just nuts. I'm just grabbing wherever I can and trying to reinterpret it. It also, most of it is sort of out of context, so I'm kind of lost sometimes. But I will make more videos in attempt to get the book. In fact, once again, did you bought the book? Can you actually get it? Because I am reaching lock. I cannot get it. I tried everything. So this is the best way I can actually do it. And hopefully I can get more images, more story of the fandom and make more videos. Of course, one question, do you like this video? Do you like the theory? Do you get the book? Tell me down below. Let me know. I got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.